Hi everybody, it's Anna, aka Makeup by A. Marie. If you're new, welcome to my channel, and if you're just tuning in again, thank you for watching. So this tutorial, I'm covering how to get this amazing glow, bronzy kind of glow, very simple, and how to do faux freckles. Because I know that is the trend, and I also cover different ways to do it, how to fix it if you make them too dark, blase. So go ahead and continue to watch if you like what you see, and thank you for watching. Okay, so I already have my eyebrows filled in. You know what, it's just too early in this video for me to be making mistakes, so I'm just gonna rewind and start this over. I already have my foundation put on. I put on my eyebrows, everything, concealer, all that fun stuff. I want to show you guys how I highlighted and how I get my freckles. So as you can see, actually I already have freckles, so technically they're not faux, but anyway, I'm taking Benefit's Sunbeam. Sorry that it's dirty, but I'm taking Benefit's Sunbeam. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it to where I want my highlight. So right on my cheekbones, you could feel where your bone is. I'm going to go ahead and put little dabs on there. Yes. You know, it almost looks like nail polish, this thing. Very important. Don't put this on your face after you already put powders on. So you want to make sure you're doing all this before you put your powders on, or else this liquid on top is going to turn out to be really blotchy, and we don't want that. So like I said, I have no powders on my face. I'm going to take the fat side of my beauty blender and just blend that in right where my highlight is supposed to go. Nice. I'm actually going to do a little bit more because I want to shine bright like a diamond, okay? Now I'm going to highlight using my Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Becca Cosmetics, and my tapered highlighter F35 brush. It's my favorite highlighter brush. So I'm going to go ahead and use that to set that liquid highlight that I just put on my face. Ugh, that glow is just everything. Now, like, let's say you want to strobe your face, you're tired of contouring. This is a great way to do it because I haven't contoured yet, so technically you could be considered strobing, you know, just highlight a little bit more, maybe with something brighter. And I'm also, while I'm at it, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight under my brows, my nose, and my chin. Sometimes I like to use the opposite ends of my brush to blend in places that I can't reach and I don't want to mess up. So here I felt like my tear duct highlight was a little not blended enough, so I just flipped over to the opposite side and I just kind of dragged it to blend it out a little bit more. Just a little trick. Highlight your Cupid's bow. Okay, so it's I'm highlighting my face for now. That seems pretty good. Actually, I forgot to highlight my nose, so let's get that started. Okay. Now that I've finally highlighted, I did what I wanted to do. I'm gonna just slightly bake underneath my eyes, very slightly. So as per usual, I just can't talk today. Let's try again. So, as per usual, I'll be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. I know it looks really tore up. It's because the bitch loves it a lot. Anyway, sorry for cursing. I like to use my Sigma Tapered Face F25 brush to wipe away any powder from when I'm baking. Usually I'll wipe that way, but I'm actually going to wipe this direction so that it doesn't interfere with my highlight. I don't want to set that, so I don't really want to get any translucent powder on it. And then any areas that you do want to set, maybe go over it with the remainder of the powder that's on this brush. So Just gonna go over like my laugh lines, my forehead a little bit, you know, just like that. Oh my god, the skin is just giving me life right now. What's happening right there? Huh? Much better. Okay. How dare my highlight betray me like that? Okay, it's looking good. Now I'm gonna pop on some mascara off camera, and yeah. I'm also choosing to apply Dolce K, as in my pictures on Instagram, by Kylie Cosmetics. So I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips and get that done. So the way I did my freckles was using Anastasia's Dip Brow in the shade Dark Brown. I want to say that that shade is very important. And then also using my Sigma Small Eyeliner E10 brush, which is like that. You can also use a MAC 210 brush, or anything, get creative, like that has a really fine tip like this, because obviously you need to make little fine marks because they're freckles. So anyway, two things. This brush is dirty. I used it like this morning for actually the exact same thing. I prefer to use it when it is dirty, aka stale. Like, you see how it's not moving because it's crunchy? Only because I feel like it makes it a little bit more precise. You could just poke with it really simply. But I used it this morning to do my freckles when it was clean, so it's really not a big deal. To do your freckles, you literally only need to dip it in once, take it back out, and that's it. You're not going to dip in for the rest of your face. I'm going to go ahead and roll it around my hand a little bit, poke it, because I don't want to immediately poke my face and then have one super dark freckle. We don't want that. Now, I'm also going to use my own natural freckles as a guide. If you obviously don't have natural freckles to use as a guide, you can just follow the areas of the face that they have freckles. So obviously freckles are located more on spots where your face hits sun, so it's always going to be around here, with a few freckles sparingly, maybe on the forehead or the chin or over here. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to take the brush, and when you're poking your face with it or tapping it, making your freckle, you want to do a very lightly, like a feather, very, very light mark. So I'm going to go ahead and just follow. So I'll do the first one actually right here because you guys could see that one. So I'm going to make that for my first freckle, and I just poked it. Legit, just a really slight poke. You don't want to do it too hard, or too much product is going to go on your face and you're not going to like it. Okay, perfect. I made one that's a little too dark, but that's totally fine because you guys are probably going to do that too, and I want to show you guys how to fix that anyway. So I'm going to keep doing this until I'm satisfied with the amount of freckles on my face. While you're doing this, you want to keep a brush around that is kind of like a buffing brush. The one that I like to keep around is literally called a buffing brush. That's funny. By Real Techniques. Very inexpensive. You can find it at your drugstore. And I just slightly go over any of the freckles that I made too dark, and it's just going to buff it out without completely moving the product or removing the product. You see how I went over all of the freckles and it kind of made them a lot more subtle? And I also want to add a few more freckles, so I'm not satisfied, I want some more, and I'm going to show you that using a brow powder or an eyeshadow, any kind of powder. And right next to me I have my Anastasia brunette brow duo. Mine is in a kit, which is filthy, so excuse me, I'm really sorry, but it's these two colors. I'm probably going to be using this one, and I might actually mix this one in too, just to get a really nice gradient with the freckles, some light, some dark. But I'm going to be using the same exact brush. Before I apply them, however, I want to go ahead and spray my face with my mineralized charged water, because I feel like it's going to make my face more of a dewy, wet surface, so that once I apply this powder on to make the freckles, it's gonna kind of set into the skin and stick. It's gonna not just be a loose powder on the face. This stuff is the bomb, by the way. So just dip your brush very slightly into it, very lightly, dust off the extra, and then poke your face again. Oh, this actually works really nicely. It's my first time trying it. I actually have this really cute freckle right there that I'm gonna accentuate, so I like that freckle because Beyonce has one that's kind of like it, and we all know she's the freaking queen. But that's basically it. If you're going to use a brow pencil, it's literally the same technique.